It was
awesome
very
to watch,
happy. I think I told Marty it's inspirational to be around. Where you're like, these people love each other. Also, Marty, handsome dad. Game time is here, and so are the NBA playoffs. And the only place to buy hard-to-get playoff tickets is Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. Prices on the app usually go down the closer it gets to tip-off. You can save up to 60% off when buying last-minute tickets. 60%, folks. Looking at tickets, look, I said on the show, I got caught in Penn Plaza the other day, watched Knicks Game 5 versus the Pistons, had a blast, and was thinking I cannot wait until the second round when the Celtics play here. I will be in the barn, in the building, in MSG, rooting on the Celtics. You know how I do. Every day, all year. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy the Celtics tickets now. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code KFC for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem KFC. They said to spell that out for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. There it is. I start this, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. It's your turn.
All right, it's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. No KFC for KFC Radio today. He had a Keegan baseball game, I believe. A couple of baseball games. What's up with you guys?
Not much. I'm pretty hungry.
Okay. All right.
We can pause it for a little bit if you want to go get a snack.
I'm so hungry.
We've been sitting here for like an hour.
Yeah. I'm just so hungry. I feel like I could eat Johnny O'Neill.
Oh, my cousin.
Yeah, I could probably eat Peter Farkas.
Was this your gambit?
Have you guys seen this trend?
Yeah, I've seen this thing.
Okay.
We haven't checked our phone once in the last 2 weeks. If we open up any app in the last 2 weeks, we
Bro,
saw
also,
this.
this is a cousin you've met. It's supposed to be someone who, of course you have.
I've talked to you about Peter many times, too.
What?
Yeah.
Because it's so hard with you because you're tagged in obviously you're so many things, like every single KFC Radio clip, whatever, and your Instagram will everything basically on your Instagram is work related.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Trying to figure out a elementary school person was hard to find.
Oh, on my Instagram? You'll never find that.
Yeah, so the best one I could find of someone who you're tagged with was Johnny O'Neill. And then with you, all of your friends, I met. I know all of them. So then I tried to go Brockport.
Yeah.
And
usually, Peter is the one that works for Akron that we were calling in.
Fuck me.
You have direct communication with both these people.
All right, well, Johnny and Peter better not come in here because I'm hungry.
That was a good way to start the show, though.
Yeah, thanks.
I got called the N-word this weekend.
No.
Yeah, dude. It was in a kind way.
Yeah.
It was.
By a black guy?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was before Marty and Ria's wedding, and I went into a liquor store, and I was just grabbing a bottle of wine, and I was already dressed, so I was in my tux and stuff. And I walked in, and this guy was like, "Damn, you looking clean." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, man, thank you." He's like, "Nah, for real." When you walked in, I was like, "This N-word." He goes, "This N-word looking slick." And then he caught himself. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, "Dude, can you do it again?" That was a white fantasy. Are you kidding me, bro? Say that all you want, dude.
Wait, yeah, why would he think that he needs to censor himself?
I don't know. But it was
The highest of compliments, though.
So do you think
the highest of compliments.
Do you feel like you have the pass now? Why don't you say it?
Yeah, sure. I'll rip it real quick.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was a very cool wedding. It was.
Yeah.
It was. I've been saying you believe them, like when Rhea they both read their vows and they were both fucking really, really well done, really beautiful. Rhea went first. I think I was sitting in front of Marty's family because Rhea went first, and then everyone just started going, "Should have went first, Marty," because hers were real. They were both incredible.
Really?
But like in Rhea's vows, she's like, "I think Marty is the handsomest man in the world and the funniest guy in the world," and I think Marty is very handsome. I think Marty is very funny. I don't think he's the funniest or handsomest in the world. Rhea actually does, I think. Yeah. Like, Rhea genuinely believes. And like that, I was like, that's so fucking cool. To, like, I don't know. It was a blast. It was really, really fun.
No, I think that they're a really, really cute couple. And you're right. Like, I believe it. Like,
yeah.
I actually, and I feel like they also, like, they had stuff to prove to other people. So I feared that it was going to be like, they were going to be locked in, like, always trying to prove it to each other. And like prove it to everyone, but like I believe it.
Exact opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just, they're so cute together.
They also they had a DJ for a wedding, which I would have been a band guy. I would have said band 100% of the time. DJ Neza flipped me. I think his name was. It said Nez on his laptop. It was unreal.
Yeah,
unreal. We were fucking rocking. But I will say this about a white dance floor: if you turn the music off. Mm-hmm. You don't know it's a dance floor. Like if you're at a wedding or even a bar, I imagine, and if you just like look at the dance floor and zone out and block out the music, you're just like, what are those people doing?
Yeah.
Like everyone's kind of like standing, like moving a little weird, but it's not really dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because like on the like a wedding, like on the outer skirts is people kind of just more watching than dancing. So I couldn't tell if that was it. But like, I mean, I was just thinking back to like every wedding I've ever been to. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And because when I'm in it, I'm doing the same thing as everyone else, and in my head, I'm fucking working.
But did you have a little bit more rhythm after the black guy gave you that compliment?
I really light on his feet today.
Yeah.
Dude, my hip is so bad that I can feel it fucking with my dancing. Where I'm like. That was a half second delayed. That took a little bit longer, and now I look like an idiot out here.
Well, but that's crazy because you don't use your hips, and like you notoriously you only do this.
I work it all. I'm like, hang on a second. I was dancing my ass off, but then I would get out and I would go take a break because they did the first dance. Was Marty and Rhea. They did it to Miley Cyrus. I forget what song, but it was great. And then the DJ was like, Marty and Rhea want everyone to join them on the dance floor. Please come out. Mm-hmm. And so I went out thinking, this is going to be a song. I hit the whole shot too hard. It was like 5 songs, 6 songs. So by song 4, 5, 6, I was just like... All right, he's got to be about done, I think. I'm like looking back to the tables like, all right, food's out. Can't be too much. But there was no music in my head. It was just like, persevere, dude. Just keep, just 5 more minutes of this, bro. I was fucking gassed, dude. And it fucked up the rest of my night. Because the rest of my night, I was just chasing, trying to get not tired.
It was getting you tired, not just a hip. Oh, you were gassed.
Oh, I was exhausted. It wasn't so painful. It wasn't painful.
On the field.
I left it all to the point where like by the end of the night, I was not dancing anymore.
Oh wow.
Sweating?
Not really sweating. I don't really sweat much, but like
that's right.
Can't relate.
But like I was definitely just sitting there by the end of the night. I was like, I got nothing left. I got nothing left.
Yeah, it is like always funny to me sometimes. Well, I guess you don't really like drink, but it is just funny the concept of like drinking is like we're just all gonna get in a room and we're just gonna wait for it to get a little weird. And it's like
we're just gonna wait for it to get
like dancing is just like I don't know.
You could like drinking is very, very, very fun, but it would almost be more fun if it was just like you couldn't move until you felt it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like we all sit here and we have 6, 7 beers, and then we start going. Mm-hmm. But I guess it's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you get strapped in like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And you just sit there. You can't get up until you're like, yo, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of like
you can go now.
Yeah. Yeah. The wedding I went to last summer was they like kept talking about they're like it's gonna be like we got the best DJ in all of Monaco. Like, literally, this guy's like
In all of Monaco?
like, and like, I trust Monaco to have like a good because it was in the wedding was in what's it called?
Monaco.
Yeah, pretty much Monaco. I forget. I'm blanking on the name. And they were hyping it up, and I trust Monaco to have like a really sick DJ.
I would imagine so, yeah.
They played what's it called, like Meghan Trainor. They played
Really?
It was
See,
literally
this was
just
the
like
music here was top notch. And what I also really liked was they broke it down into like, at least I think that was the vibe I got through listening. Like, okay, between the appetizers and dinner, we're doing our rock portion.
Yeah.
And then between dinner and then like dinner would get served, they'd be like, all right, everyone on the dance floor. And it would be like the rap portion. And then by the time when the rap portion was done, your desserts are waiting for you. So you go back to the table, eat your desserts. And I don't go to a ton of weddings, so I don't know if that's standard or not, but it felt unique and felt different and felt cool.
oh, cool.
It was awesome. It was a really, really beautiful and great time.
It looked really pretty. Rhea also looked gorgeous.
Really, so good. Dude, there was fucking, when she was doing the Hardy song.
Yeah.
Hardy, who I knew he was a guy. I knew he was a Nashville guy. I didn't have any idea what kind of music he played. And at the end of the night, Marty had this very nice speech where he had caught, I don't know if caught's the right word. It was what he said. He said caught. He had caught Rhea rocking out to some song in their bathroom recently.
Cool.
And he's like, and I was really embarrassed to ask this, but he was here at the wedding. So it was the Hardy song, fucking... I forget what it's called, but it was whatever. He's like, and Hardy's here, so Hardy, would you please come sing it with us?
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is cool as fuck. Like, this is probably gonna be like a pretty romantic slow dance song to end the night. And Hardy just makes rock music, dude. Like, again, I didn't know what the fuck to expect. So he gets up there, he's in his tux, and he just grabs a mic, and he's like, "Are you motherfuckers ready to rock out?" And I was like, "Wait,
That's
what
awesome.
the fuck? The kind of music does he do?" And then he just started like going nuts, and then Rhea's in her wedding dress doing it. It was a very, very cool like damn, that's a cool way to end a wedding.
That's sick.
And Marty had prepared us where he was like, "I got a surprise for the end of the night. Let me know how it is." And I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know what the fuck the surprise is going to be. Is it going to be a cake or I don't know, like, what is it? And then that came out, and I was like, never mind. That surprise rocked. That was a good surprise.
Great surprise.
Damn.
They had a wedding at St. Sebastian's in Brooklyn, I believe is what it was called. And I got there way too early, so I was walking around just trying to kill time. And I guess the St. Sebastian's school was founded in like 1800 or something like that. And it was like they had all the different iterations of the school. And it was like St. Sebastian's 1800 to 1840 or something like that. And the only thing I could think of when I saw that was like, whew, those kids used to get the shit beat out of them. like 1800, 1840. They were fucking wailing on those kids.
Yeah, it was
I mean, my dad was in school, in Catholic school in the 70s. He was getting the shit kicked out of him. Imagine 100 years before that.
That's actually so crazy that they did that. Like, what did you get like slapped on the wrist at all or anything?
No.
Did you?
No,
I guess
didn't.
that's like,
Did your dad ever speak about having to sit in popcorn?
No.
No, my dad was a big one for my dad. He used to, the nuns there used to make him put his knees in popcorn if he misbehaved.
I've heard of
class like that.
I've heard of like seeds and shit like that, but like I've heard of that I think I've heard of that, honest to God, on Criminal Minds. I think it was like, or maybe it was House. It was like something like the kid was like growing trees from his knees.
What?
Because the seeds were so embedded that like it was. I forget. Again, it's a TV show.
Yeah.
I don't think it was reality, but it was like something like they were trying to figure out what's wrong with this kid, and he had like fucking roots in his knees because the seeds had gotten so implanted or whatever.
Wait, is pop like they make you kneel in popcorn?
In like kernels.
Yeah.
Like kernels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it hurts like a son of a
Really?
bitch. Yeah.
I don't think that would like hurt.
I don't know. Chicks got knees that are different.
Yeah.
Like if I were to kneel on this table, I would kill myself. and chicks was like, "Oh, I'll hang around on the floor." What are you talking about?
One time, my friends and I tried to like waterboard each other just to see what it was like, and like I don't think that we did it quite right, but like we kind of were like, that was not that bad, which I know is a hot take, but like I would like to try and recreate that at some point to see exactly what the waterboarding experience is exactly like. And I know that's incredibly insensitive to say, but like,
I don't think it's insensitive. I think you're curious.
I'm curious. Yeah, I want to know because like a little part of me is just like, why don't you just hold your breath?
Don't get me wrong. I've watched a lot of war movies, and I'm like, I think if I just held my breath, I'd be okay. Like at the same time.
And I know I'm wrong. But I would like to feel exactly how I'm wrong.
I think it's not pleasant. That's
illegal in war, right?
What's up?
That's an illegal tactic in war?
Yeah. In fact, I was actually just watching the report last night. It's another one of my good night movies. But it is about what we did at Guantanamo, where it was like it's Adam Driver, Kate Blanchett. No, I forget. It was a couple of. It's good. It's really good. I like it a lot. I think it was like one of Amazon Prime's or one of like Amazon Studios' first movies. But it's very good. But like the guys who came up with that, not smart people.
Really?
Like
how come?
Like they were like the basically our entire interrogation plan at Guantanamo was thought up by a guy in the Air Force and something else, and neither of them did like the psychology that would correlate. Like neither of them did that, and they're like, why don't we put them in boxes and fill it with bugs?
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll get answers like that. And I forget because I fell asleep last night. I have seen the movie, but I fell asleep last night, so I forget the exact numbers. But it was something insane where it was like out of the I feel bad speculating, but let's say it's 5,000 people that we tortured. We got like 4 pieces of actionable intel. Like it was something insane.
Really?
We were like, we did that for years, and we were like, this is probably gonna work. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's not good. It's a really good movie. It's not good. What we did.
It's not good.
No.
What we did.
I've seen pictures will pop up on Twitter, and it seems like they're doing some pretty bad stuff. They're like horror images.
Are we still doing that though? Like they say that we're not.
We say no.
Yeah.
I think sitting here, I think the overall take is that it just doesn't work. Like not that it's bad, which it is, but like it doesn't work. So there's no need to do it. It's one of those things like if it was bad and it did work, I don't know, right? Yeah. It's one of those things you're like, it's working. I think it's just like it just doesn't work. Yeah.
It would be like for me, it'd be very effective. It like if you
fast.
Yeah, like if I'm keeping a secret and then you threaten to take off a pinky nail.
But I also think that was like they're not told the things intentionally. So you like it's like any system. Like I'm sure the American military is the same way. Where like if you're this guy, you don't fucking know what the plan is.
Yeah.
You know what you're told to do.
Oh, so
I can't tell you. I don't know. I told you everything I know. They intentionally don't tell us stuff so we can't get caught and tell you.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
But yeah, that was.
It was Rhea and Marty's wedding.
But Rhea and Marty's wedding was good. Yeah. Quick little turn down Guantanamo Lane, but yeah, no.
I will say,
but my sorry.
I usually like if I see a wedding reel, I usually skip past it pretty fast. I don't think anyone can hold my attention for more than a minute. I watched that a couple of times and I smiled the entire time.
Yeah, no, it was like it was
awesome.
Like, it was awesome very like happy. I think I told Marty it's like inspirational to be around. Where you're like, damn, like these people fucking love each other. Also, Marty, handsome ass dad. Yeah. I don't think I ever met his dad before. I still actually didn't meet him, but I've seen him now. Very, very handsome. Yeah, I don't know. I told him, I was like, what the hell happened to you? But who cares what I think? Rhea thinks he's the most handsome man in the world, and she believes it.
That is cute. There's a few couples out there that I'm like, if they break up, I am gonna have a hard time like believing in love. Like as dumb as that sounds, they're up there.
You know who was? This always cracks me up. Back at the old office, there was a celebrity breakup that just broke Robbie Fox.
Oh, who?
He couldn't believe it. It's gonna be impossible to guess. It was Chris Pratt and Anna Faris.
What?
That's crazy.
I mean, I guess I could kind of see. No.
He was like, "What the hell? Yeah. Chris and Anna aren't making it."
I feel like that's like.
I don't think there's any celebrity couple in the world that I'd be like surprised if they broke up. Try to think of one.
I don't think there's any couple.
You would say a couple?
I don't think there's any couple if they
Any
broke
couple?
up. Yeah.
My number one answer is the people who the movie or the show Nobody Wants Us.
Yes.
It's based off of Erin Foster and Simon, her husband, and they are, in my eyes, the cutest couple ever.
I can see that. I don't know them,
yeah.
but I can see it from the show.
From the show, like it's a very similar relationship, but every day I fear. I just fear that they're gonna break up, and I'm like, oh, all right.
I think my parents, they call me like, we're getting divorced. I'm like, yeah, I was coming. And they're like as in love as Marty and Rhea.
Actually,
But I'd still be
I would
like,
put your parents up there. If they ever, I feel like your parents are so cute.
no, they are very cute and they're very in love. They're not gonna get divorced, but if they did, I'd be like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really affect me that much.
Yeah. At what age do you think you are too old to have any kind of like trauma from it? Not trauma, but like.
Yeah, when's the last
Affected by
year
it.
that you can be like, you can't sulk over it?
Yeah.
I think once you're in college.
Yeah.
Once it's not your like, I guess maybe mid-20s. Once it's not your support system anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, my parents are still very much a part of my support system, but like it's not crazy for someone in their 30s or 20s to not have their parents in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in college, I had a friend whose parents divorced in college, and like she was just kind of like, I just need stability, and like I think after college, for sure. Like,
After college,
Yeah.
I would assume that's when
fine.
most divorces happen, when they finally get the kid out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can finally move on from this. Stop pretending.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about comfort. Because if you're sitting all day or for hours making a podcast, such as heroes like myself, you need a chair that's actually built for your body. I have a chair that I am pretty sure makes me have heartburn. I think it's a chair. I was just sitting in a different chair, no burps. Back in this chair, burping right away. With extensive adjustability across the headrest, armrest, and seat depth, the X chair adapts to you and your body. It is crafted with premium materials and solid engineering. The X chair is designed for the long haul. And with a 15-year warranty, you can sit easy knowing it's built to support you day in and day out. Whether you're a remote worker, a gamer, a podcaster, or an entrepreneur, if you are putting in the hours, this chair works as hard as you do. Use code KFC10 for 10% off your purchase of an X chair. 10% off your purchase of an X chair. 10% is it's going to be juicy on an X chair. That's 10% off with KFC10 right now at xchair.com. Not to be combined with any other promotions. Derby week. Is it already Derby week? Oh my heavens. Summer is rushing up on us. Derby week is here, and DraftKings has you set up perfectly for that. Gentlemen, suit up in your sharpest. Ladies, let those wide brim hats turn heads. The race is on. But who will rise above the rest and be crowned king of the track? Find out on DK Horse, the #1 downloaded horse betting app. DraftKings is turning up the thrill with the King of the Track promotion, and here's how to get in. Head to DK Horse app, opt in, and bet $5 or more on a horse to win the Derby. If your pick crosses the finish line first, you'll win a share of a $1 million prize pool. King of the Track, let's go. Who will reign supreme? Download the DK Horse Racing app and use code KFC. That's code KFC on DK Horse. Bet $5 or more on a horse to win the Derby for your shot at a piece of $1 million. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
1,000 guys or one gorilla? 1,000.
All right, let's do that quick. 1,000 guys or one gorilla is that the tweet is accurate.
What's
Wait,
that?
sorry, what is it?
It's if 1,000 guys are committed,
Yeah.
1,000 guys can win.
Yeah.
If it's going to be pretty hard to stay committed once you watch a gorilla rip your friend's head off. You know what I mean? Like if you're like, fuck it, no matter what happens, boys, we don't stop. That's one. And if you commit to that, and then I think the humans will beat the gorilla. If you see him fucking just grab your buddy's head and rip it out, spine attached and all, I can see 900 people going, fuck this, fuck it, I'm out.
Wait, so what's the hypothetical? It's just literally one gorilla versus 1,000
I
guys.
think it's all based off a tweet that says something to the effect of 1,000 people versus a gorilla, 1,000 guys will win if they're all committed to it,
Yeah.
or something along those lines. And I agree. If you are fully committed, if you can watch 100, 200 guys get limbs ripped off while you keep fighting, I do think you would win. I don't know if anyone has the mental capacity to ignore all of those limbs. like, dude, I actually watched Nope for the first time the other day.
Yeah, what'd you think about it?
Unbelievable.
Really? Yeah.
Unreal. I loved it. But yeah, when that monkey was fucking pounding on people,
Yeah.
that was a monkey. That wasn't a gorilla. That was a little
Imagine
chimpanzee.
10x the size of that.
Yeah.
The tweets that came out of that were so funny, though.
What were the good ones?
My favorite was like the 30 for 30 that they'll do on this, and they're like, the first guy is like, great win, like, everyone banded together. And then the next guy's like, but what they did to Mike? When I watched Mike's body get split in half.
Yeah, dude. That's like what they do.
Yeah.
They want to rip pieces apart.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be tough to see someone get ripped up.
Who's the number one draft pick? The Rock?
No, it'd be a football player. Aaron Donald came to mind.
Aaron Donald, yeah.
The Rock is very big and strong, but I don't.
But we found out that he's not that tall.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
he's
fucking
6'4".
6'2".
Yeah.
I think I saw he's 6'4", and even that is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like 1v1 with this gorilla?
No, it's 1,000.
1,000 at one.
But okay.
But it's got to, like, again, you got to be all fat. You got to have 4 dudes on his back.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hard fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bloodbath.
Realistically, it's probably only like 4v1, maybe 3v1 at a time. Like you can't have all 1,000.
Yeah.
You could dogpile him.
You'd have to have guys getting on the legs,
Yep.
guys on the back.
It would have to
guys
be
around the
50 on
neck.
each leg, and then the rest are going for the head.
I think if you were like, all right, boys, like, gorillas in the middle of the room, 1,000 guys on the outside. You're like,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. I don't think that gorilla's gonna know what the fuck to
Yeah,
do.
no.
Yeah.
He's gonna be very confused.
Even I think like right now, one of us like tabletops him.
Oh, we're just going down.
Oh my God.
You're like 1,000's a little easy. Let's make it tough.
But actually, I just think if we get a good strategy going, again, one of us tabletops him. Okay, so now he's fallen. The other like puts foot on the neck. Right now he can't really move.
Okay, but can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
He's gonna rip that leg off
Fast.
Why?
because it's on his neck.
I
He
know-
doesn't like that.
Yeah, but then the whole point is like you just kind of like you tease the esophagus and you just say like if you move another inch,
Tease the esophagus.
that sounded really
Jesus
cute.
Crazy.
Then we're like fucking this monkey.
Bro. That was the most fucked up thing ever said on this show.
No, that was honestly.
No one's ever said that before.
Dude,
ever.
you just gotta tease the esophagus with your toes on this gorilla's neck.
I truly don't know where that came from, and I did not like it. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I thought I felt weird about that. Okay, but just imagine though. But I do stand by it. It's like when you tease the esophagus like that, you understand. It's like if you move another fucking inch and try and rip my leg off, like I'm crunching that esophagus.
But you can't. Because think about
But a
muscle
gorilla
in
like
is
you can't
is
crunch
literally-
my esophagus.
Yeah.
like. But if you're like had just freshly fallen and like I immediately like you don't have any time to like figure it out. Yeah, I could. Like if I'm stepping on it, a gorilla is just like a man, but just like a little. bigger
You
and
also
hairier.
keep using this word, you. And you're like, when you fall, and you're using me as an
Yeah.
example, and that's bad because we're fighting a gorilla.
Yeah.
Not me. You're right. When I fall, if you fucking step on my neck and you're like, don't move, I probably won't move.
Yeah.
I don't think a gorilla's gonna fucking think like me.
I don't know, guys. I think like I don't know.
I think a gorilla's gonna go down. You're gonna step on his neck. You're gonna say, don't move. Gorilla's gonna go, I don't know what she just said,
I don't know that you were sleeping.
but I don't like this foot on my throat, and I'm gonna rip it off.
Yeah. All right. Well, like this is probably the problem with 1,000 men is like, cause we have some, like negative Nellies over here that like, if you have 1,000 of me, like we're gonna fucking kill that gorilla.
Look, you're the general. I'm here going,
Yeah.
hey, I'll fight.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the best plan. If that's what you want to do to go fight, I'll do it. It's my job.
Yeah.
But Just throwing it out there.
Okay, so for the record,
I think we should have a better plan.
Okay, but I'm telling you, if a gorilla comes in here right now, like we don't have time to like to be not going at it 100%, like to be second guessing ourselves. Like we have to. You just gotta trust me on this one.
Okay.
And you got like when I say step on his, when I say tease this esophagus, you tease that motherfucker.
All right, so Jackie's plan: gorilla walks in, we tabletop the gorilla. Jackie will handle the esophagus, and then
What do I do?
You just kill him. Like, you do the rest.
You got it.
Like honestly, yeah. Like you just take a pillow and you just smother him.
Okay. So tabletop, step on his throat, smother him with a pillow.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Seriously, I don't think we need another person. Like, I think
We're down a guy today too. We
I know,
got no
we got-
KFC.
Kevin could just like film it and like. Yeah.
Okay, you got this. You got this. Gorilla's like, I didn't expect this. Thought I was fighting 1,000 guys. I was ready for that. All right. What else?
What do you got?
Let's see what else we got today. We got Shador Sanders. I called that.
Yeah, you called it that he was going to drop?
I watched 2 games. I watched 2 complete Colorado games in the last 2 years. Colorado State the first season, Wisconsin this season, Nebraska this
Funny,
season.
those are the 2 games I watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very good.
No.
And the whole time I just kept being like, look, draft guys obviously know more than me, but I don't think he's very good in the 2 games I've seen.
Yeah.
And turns out he's not.
The draft guys were offended.
Offended.
They were like Mel Kiper was offended.
But I don't understand.
Is the guy who got prank called?
Yes.
This is Deion's son.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know it was Deion's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those situations where it's just like you can do like anyone, whatever you believe, you can find stats to support you. That he dropped, and it's, excuse me, I had friends texting me that it was like it was a message from GMs and coaches to the NIL kids that if you're going to come to the NFL, you got. I was like, it's not. I don't think they were sending him. I think a GM and a coach want to win.
Yeah.
And if they thought Shador Sanders would help them win, then they would have picked him.
100%.
I think that's it.
I heard that most of them just didn't think he was that good.
That-
and I think that the teams that were supposed to pick him, that first passed on him, there becomes this stink on you where people are nervous. And they're like, they must see something that we don't see. He must not be very good. And then you continue to fall.
Yeah.
Domino effect. And then you fall to the 4th round. I think that's
Fifth,
what happened.
right? You go fifth?
Fifth, yeah.
Well, he
I
went
think-
to the Browns, right?
He went to the
Browns. He was projected or suspected, whatever word you want to use. He was suspected to go to the Browns at the second overall pick, which they then traded away. And it wasn't like a lock, like he's going to be the second pick, but his name was thrown out there. It was mentioned amongst those. And then he ended up getting picked 2 days later.
144th.
He had a seat in the green room, right?
Yeah.
Or did he? He at least had his own party.
He took it from home. They had a whole setup for him.
Yeah.
But,
So he had like a big party and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and it wasn't picked for 2 days.
Oh my God, that's so.
What do you think about the prank call? Was so fucked up.
The prank call is so fucked up, and it's crazy to do as like I remember I was with Nate yesterday, and we were talking about it, and I was like, there's no way like a GM's kid took the phone number. Like, what realistically happened is like someone hacked it, and like there's no way it was one of like the GM's kids, and it was.
It was?
He's in the video. Yeah.
The GM is, or the
The
kid?
GM's kid is in the video.
Oh, really?
Because
Oh,
that's
there's,
that's his buddy. Who probably they're in a dorm together, and then you see as soon as Shador answers, he gets up and moves because he's like, I didn't expect
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it was the kid.
I didn't
Yeah.
even watch the clip. I heard of it, but like,
And
it's
it was
not
like
something I want to watch.
Terrible prank.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't funny
But
at
like
all.
that's the like I'm guessing he's what 18, 19.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
probably Ole Miss, right? Ole
He was
Miss.
at Ole Miss. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's probably a kid at Ole Miss and just wanted to be cool and
Yep.
saw the internet was like laughing at this kid, and it's one of the, like I almost feel like that with the internet, where, like everyone has fun until it gets real,
Yeah.
and then you're like, whoa, I was just saying shit I didn't think he'd ever read.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know, man. People hear about things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, I didn't watch it. I've heard of it, but the kid's probably not a complete piece of shit. He's probably, thought some older kids thought he would be cool if he did this, and he did it. I don't know. That's what I hope, at least.
Yep.
Is it like illegal in any? Like, could he get sued in any capacity or?
I doubt that anyone would want to
Yeah.
make it a bigger deal than
Yeah.
it's already been. I would guess Shador and Deion want to move on. I'm sure there's.
I mean, it's it's just like
Actually, I don't even know if
kid.
you technically could because he just got it from his dad's desk.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't some hacking thing.
How often does that happen though, where somebody thinks that they're gonna get drafted and then like has a whole party and then?
Pretty often.
Really?
Yeah,
That's by far the biggest one, I would say.
for sure.
Last one I can remember is probably Johnny Manziel, and he only fell to 25 to the Browns.
Do you want to know a fun fact that Hubs told me the other day?
What's that?
Johnny Manziel, not the biggest bust of the 2014 Browns first round.
Who is?
Justin Gilbert, who they took at 8.
Really?
Off the team at the same time as Johnny Manziel.
Wow. So they're just the worst.
They're just the worst, dude.
Just the worst.
He was a cornerback from Oregon, maybe.
Yeah.
I forget exactly where he was from, but he's a cornerback. They took it 8, and he was off the team in 2016.
Really?
Which is like arguably the most famous draft bust of all time. Isn't your team's most famous draft bust that season?
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
And they already did. I mean, they just passed up on Travis Hunter this year, which is like,
Yeah.
maybe that'll like prove us all wrong, but like the most generational pick we've ever seen, maybe. And you just passed up on him. You had him.
Yeah.
We'll
Who'd
see
they
what
take?
happens.
No, they traded it.
They traded for,
second
but they
pick to-
didn't make a great pick. They now have next year's first round pick as well, and they had the 8 pick, so
Yeah.
not bad.
Drafting like that, gender reveal parties and the Pope smoke stuff are all stuff that I wish that we could incorporate more into. I don't know, like I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But,
So
like
you
I don't
just got to get really good at football, have a child. Or become a devout
like-
Catholic.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
My parents actually, speaking of them and being cute, my mom got up at 4 a.m. to watch the Pope's funeral, and my dad was already up and he was like working out in the garage, and there's a TV out there, and I guess he was watching the Pope's funeral out there, and while watching the funeral, my mom was like, you know what? I think officially I'd like to go to Rome. They've never been. And then my dad came in from the gym and he goes, I was watching the Pope's funeral out there. I think I want to go to Rome.
No way.
And I was like, that's what I was saying. So they're going to Rome.
This is happening a lot in your
Yeah, I was
family.
gonna say, there's a lot of
I
synchronicities.
that's exactly what I said. I was like, you guys are trying to one up me in the
That's really funny.
But yeah, I also saw The Accountant 2 this weekend.
How was that?
No
No surprise there from you.
Dude, it was.
Did you watch The Accountant?
No, I've seen the original account.
You've seen the original
Yeah,
Accountant?
yeah.
Okay, so Pavs. They take a huge tonal shift.
Okay.
You know, like the first one was like an action movie.
Yeah.
Like a thriller.
Yeah.
This one's not.
Okay.
This is a buddy comedy. It's a buddy comedy where Ben Affleck is autistic Batman and John Bernthal is. Have you ever seen Braveheart?
Yes.
Okay, you know the Irish guy who's like just a maniac.
Yep.
That's who John Bernthal
Okay.
plays. So it's a superhero movie with autistic Batman and My Island guy from Braveheart, and they just fucking kill people, and it's awesome.
Sounds like
Dude,
a movie
Ben-
scripted for John Feitelberg, right
Ben
there.
Affleck has a team of autistic children who stay in a basement and just help them out hacking stuff.
Yeah, can
It's-
you explain that part a little bit more? It's
Okay. So there is Ben Affleck has autism. I was actually just talking about this out in the hallway, and Keegs was like, "Are you saying this, or like is autism a big part of the movie?"
Yeah.
To be clear to people who haven't seen it, autism is a big part of the movie. I'm not like diagnosing a character.
Yeah.
They tell you a lot of times he's autistic.
Really?
Oh, well, in the first one too.
Yeah.
In the first one, like he's so all the kids, all his little team of super autists.
Yeah.
They're in the basement at that like facility that he sponsors.
Okay.
And how is he gathering these autist kids?
He makes a lot of money being an accountant for bad people.
Not a good start.
And he just gives all the money to this home
Okay.
that helps autistic kids, and that did help him.
Oh.
And so he just gives all the money to them, and they help autistic kids. A bunch of autistic kids hanging around. They're like, "Hey, you guys like computers?" They're like, "Yeah, we fucking love computers." Like, it's my number one favorite
you came
thing.
to the right fucking place.
And so they're just kids at this home who like computers and just hack stuff whenever Ben Affleck calls them. they're like fucking. It's crazy. Like I'm laughing at it, but it was like they're like little Oompa Loompas. They're like. Like it's essentially he's Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
There is Oompa
Oh, yeah.
Loompas, and he's just autistic instead of sociopathic. I don't know, whatever you would call
Willy
Willy Wonka
computers
was.
instead of chocolate.
It's crazy. But then there are, and so like I was watching it and I was like, I can't, like, is this fucked up? Like, am I not supposed to be laughing at this?
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I just kind of was like, I mean, autistic people are just regular people.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Jackie, where like, I think we've diluted the word so much, where it's like, I don't know. I think they're just having. I trust that Ben Affleck and John Bernthal and everyone involved in the movie did right by autistic people.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's like Johnny Knoxville's The Ringer.
Yeah.
Like it's like, let's just make fun of it. Like I think they did the research, and Ben Affleck, I'm guessing, I don't know, but I just trust them as artists or creators or whatever you want to call them. But he's definitely a lot more silly in this one, where it's just like there are funny moments of just like, I'm sorry, it was being loud. And you're just like, dude, what the fuck? But then there are nice moments too, where like John Bernthal, because they're brothers, and they haven't seen each other in 8 years, and then John Bernthal's like, is it because of you or is it because of me? Mm-hmm. And it's a nice conversation of him being like, do you not love me because of me, or do you not love me because of you? Like, you know what I mean? And I thought that was a very sweet conversation, and I was like, oh, that's like probably the kind of conversation a regular brother and an autistic brother have, where it's like, what's the separation here? Is it me or is it you? But it was very good.
So it had some heart to it.
Yeah. Not a ton, but no. It's a great summer movie.
Okay.
Like, it's just a fun movie. It's just but the autistic thing is so like, I'm not like speaking out of school. I'm not diagnosing. He's very autistic. Yeah.
And it's like the point of the movie.
It is the point of the movie. He has a special kind of autism where it's like a quiet. I guess it's called ass. Another layer of humor to the movie, but acquired savant syndrome, which I don't know if that's real. I assume it's real. But they were talking about like people who get hit in the head with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and they wake up and they can learn language in an afternoon.
Yeah.
I guess he had something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh, so is it kind of playing on like the superpowers that they?
But they never show like the incident.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole 4 hours, I'd say, between the two movies, like. I think he was just born autistic. There's never like an incident or something like that. Like he's always just kind of. They have flashbacks to his childhood, and he's just kind of a maniac, and you're just like, yeah, that kid's autistic as hell.
Yeah, it is. The superpower thing, is that like a fun? I feel like I could see that being like.
No, they definitely feel like promote that and advertise that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is true. It's like they're like incredibly talented.
Yeah.
At least I think that's what I've seen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's Jackpocket time. The Jackpocket lottery app offers a convenient, fun, and responsible way to order lottery tickets right from your phone. Millions of dollars are up for grabs each day, and Jackpocket customers have already won hundreds of millions of dollars in lottery prizes using the Jackpocket app. Jackpocket, someone must have just won. I'm sorry, Powerball, someone must have just won because that is $20 million. Mega Millions is $70 million. New York Lotto 8.6. You get your cash for life. Those are awesome. Your pick 10s, your take 5s, your win 4s, your numbers eves. You got everything you could possibly want on the Jackpocket app. Let's go for Mega Millions today. We'll do a quick pick. $5 quick pick. Place order. Confirm. And we're in. Order successful. That easy. You get $5 off your first lottery ticket with code KFC. That's code KFC for your first $5 in free lottery credits only on Jackpocket. Jackpocket is America's #1 lottery app and official partner of Barstool Sports. Jackpocket. Should have done it at the top. Okay, make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Go outside. Go outside. That's it. Just go outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle or any lifestyle at all. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. It's a no-brainer. If you are an active person, if you are, in my experience, if you're a 20-year-old person, if you are in that age range, right, when you're usually just grabbing food and scarfing it down, it's just sustenance for you. So guess what? Might as well have it be delicious as well, because you don't have the ability to make delicious food. You just have the ability to make sustenance. Factor has the ability to do both. And you can get started with factormeals.com/KFC50 off. and use code KFC50OFF to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. It's like it's a multi-$100 deal if you order food the way I do. It's a week of free food. That's code KFC50OFF at factormeals.com/KFC50OFF for 50% off plus free shipping. Oh, I got two more things. I happened to watch. I think I watched round 4 of the draft.
Okay.
I finally turned it on because I was like, what the fuck is going on with Shador? So
Yeah.
I watched I think it was round 4. It was whatever round that they had the international.
I was hoping you were gonna bring it up. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. I want to know everything about how they selected these people and what do you have to do to qualify to be like the Detroit Lions International Fan of the Year?
I would imagine it's just like sending a Twitter video.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I was thinking about the International Fan of the Year. I think there was one from Germany was the Chiefs. They were from all over the place. But, like, imagine you've never been to America and you get selected to be the Internationals pick for the NFL draft. And it's in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling all your friends, like, I'm going to fucking America, dude. And then they just fly you to Green Bay. We should do that with the world. We should just get, like, America has this running, not gambit, but like game or promotional thing that we get. Everyone, it's like opposite of birthright. Everyone in the world gets to come to America for one weekend, but we never bring them anywhere good. like yeah, welcome to Toledo for the weekend, and then everyone goes back home and they're like, we should stop hating America. It is not this fucking beautiful utopia that we think it is. It's a lot like Green Bay. Like, that would, I think, change how everyone views us. Everyone gets to come to America. You don't get to go to New York, Miami, L.A., Chicago. Throw Boston there to make it 5.
Yeah.
Though you can't go to those 5 cities.
What would be the top draft picks for cities that
For like worst cities?
Yeah, for like worst.
Green Bay.
Green Bay's
up
up
Really?
there,
Is Green Bay that bad?
I don't even know if Green Bay is big enough to qualify as a place that would be disappointing. Because like, why would you ever go to Green Bay? I'm sure there are a million good people in Green Bay and a lot of good things to do. I got no interest in ever going to Green Bay.
Yeah.
If I was told I'm going to America and I'm from Peru and I've had this image of America in my head my whole life, and it's like just think about like what you would as a foreigner, what you consume of American culture.
Yeah.
And what you must picture it to be.
Yeah.
And then you get here and it's Green Bay.
Yeah.
You would be like, what the fuck? I always think about that with the fucking ski lift instructors. Like, because back in the day, ski lifts were always like, I guess we called them drug addicts because they were just stoners who enjoyed their lives.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But it was like, they were like telltale warnings where it's like, you don't want to grow up to be like this guy who's just high and enjoying his life every day. But now, because all ski mountains are owned by, basically they're all owned by 2 corporations. And so they have these systems in place where basically people who work at resorts rotate in the seasons.
Yeah.
So like if you go to like say Killington, I don't know about most, but a good portion of the ski lift instructors are like Jamaican dudes.
Oh.
And I think about those guys where I'm just like, if you're from Jamaica and all you've consumed of American culture and all this stuff, and then you get to Killington, Vermont for the winter, you're going to see 3 black people. Right?
Yeah.
And they go home to Jamaica and they're like, I don't know where they're keeping them. Like, I don't know, boys. I was there from like October to fucking March. I didn't see any black people. Like, even if he's so confused, like, I don't know what to tell you guys. And I think that's how the Peruvians feel when they have to go back after Green Bay. Like, I don't know what we were so jealous of. But like, Chile's just fine, guys. You know what I mean?
I think though, if you were to like really want to give them the American experience, like I could see like Buffalo being somewhere where they're kind of like that's it, but that's really an American experience.
Yeah,
Like, you go get wings at like a sports bar in Buffalo, you got it.
But
you got the picture here.
Buffalo, I don't know enough of the people in Green Bay. Buffalo, I think you would go home and be like, that place rocks.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be like, it's not the buildings we pictured, and you know, I didn't see Denzel Washington while I was there, but like, the people are good people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm not saying it's like Green Bay. I'm saying like, if you want kind of the, like, I don't know anything about Green Bay, but I could see it being almost kind of like an American experience.
I mean, very much
The way
so,
that Buffalo would do it better, though.
Like it is, you know, now that we're talking more about it, that like when I went to Liverpool is not, you know, what you would say is like a beautiful city. It's a very blue collar, like hardworking city. And I went and I was like, that was the greatest British experience of all time.
Oh, really?
Like just like the pubs I was in and stuff like that. So you know, you could go back and be like, this place fucking rocks.
Yeah.
But it still wouldn't be the America you thought.
Yeah.
And then last thing for the episode, did we catch Belichick and Jordan?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you wanted to talk about this. I don't want to bring it up, but this is a downfall.
Hank had the best quote about it. Something needs to be said.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like it is. I'll show it to you, Jackie. It's a tough watch. It's a tough watch.
Jordan as a Michael.
Huh?
Oh no.
No, as his girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. It is getting to the point where it's like it was funny and then it was silly and then it was now it's. Like,
I have not seen this full clip because I had to turn it off. So.
You got to turn it off.
Yeah. So I will watch the full clip now.
Because it's cringe, or because you don't want to see your hero like that.
Cringe.
Yeah.
I think what people are kind of globbing onto, and I did as well, is Jordan said when he had, how'd you guys meet? Because how they met story is very famous. They met on an airplane. Belichick was reading a book. No, Jordan was reading a book. Belichick signed it with like, I forget how he signed it, but he just signed an autograph to her and had all the years he won a Super Bowl, and it was nothing weird about it, but it was like, you know, everyone knows that's where they met. And she was studying for psychology, she was studying for some college course, and he helped her, and it was a lot. There's a big story. Everyone knows it. So to be like, we're not talking about that is very weird because you've already talked about it and everyone knows. And so I think what people are speculating now is that is not how they met. And I'm guessing they met through some kind of matchmaker service or something like that.
Oh.
It's like if you say we're not talking about that, that's the only thing that people are going to take away from the interview. That they met in some sketchy way, maybe not even sketchy, but just like it wasn't a meet cute.
It was not a meet cute. Yeah,
it was arranged. I don't know who it was arranged by.
It was that I turned it off when she's like, "We're not talking about that."
Yeah.
So that was my first time seeing the second half of it. I don't think there was much. I think the main part is we're not talking about that, but. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I mean, there is the part though that's just like.
But also, he's Bill Belichick. Like, why would he? Also, his shirt having a hole in it is crazy.
That is a shirt where, like, oh god, yeah.
Okay.
He's very much a ripped sweatshirt guy. That one is even a bit extreme by his standards. Yeah. But his dad was a coach at Navy, and he's always very much been proud of that and talked about that. So like, that's probably his dad's sweatshirt or something like that. So it looks odd, but like that's not crazy that Belichick's wearing something like that. But it is odd.
It's odd that he's doing Sunday morning like interviews. Like why?
Everything is something's got to be said. I don't know what to say. But there is also like I don't know. There is part of me that is like. I like to sit here as a 36-year-old right now, being like, something like that would never happen to me. But I don't know. Maybe you get 70 years old and some 24-year-old chick's like, I'll suck your dick. And he's like, yeah, whatever the fuck she said. like, I didn't have this planned in my future, but yeah, if this 24-year-old's going to keep sucking my dick, then whatever the hell she says is fine. Like, when she did we're not talking about that, and he kind of just like shut up.
Yeah.
I was like, I know what's happening here. Like, look, no one's ever been in a relationship where you're like, dude, don't even talk to me.
Like, right now, I'm not a person.
I'm just here so she has something to fucking yell at later. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Just talk to her. There is, I have no power here. Like you're talking to Reek, right? You know what I mean? Talk to her, dude. I get that. And you combine that with like, she's 24 years old. He's 70.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, whatever she says, I'm gonna be fine with.
Let me tell you what, though.
Which I love that.
UNC goes out and wins some ball games this year.
Yeah.
All this goes away.
All goes
They
away.
win the ACC, forget about it. She's a queen and he is God again.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. They go out and lose. I don't know what happens.
I read a report this weekend that things are not going well at UNC.
I can't imagine. I heard that she's involved in everything.
Yeah.
I heard that she needs to be CC'd on every email that
She
he
needs
gets.
to be CC'd on every email that like the UNC people are not. They're like, this is not what we signed up
Yeah.
for. Who knows? We'll see. I hope Bill makes us all proud. But yeah, it was a weird clip. Weird clip.
First time in my life, I'm rooting for Bill Belichick. I don't know why, but I'm rooting for him.
Well, I've been watching Southern Charm, and it's a lot of older men with money going for the younger girls. Like, they literally refuse to go over to like 25. And then the men who have the money make all the decisions. So I will say that it's refreshing to be like, having being CC'd and everything. Like, he has literally all the money in the world. You go and you're making the decisions. Love that. Do you guys have a Subway take? Like a hot take?
Subway take. If I had to go on Subway take,
I think mine is, I don't think that social climbing is bad. I think it's kind of a skill. Like if somebody's like talking to me and then they go see like somebody cooler walk in the room and they go talk to them, I'm like, go get your bag. Like, go, like, if you think that you should be fucking with the best, like, you gotta earn your spot at the top somehow. Like, go fuck with the best.
if you're good at it, you gotta be.
If you're
you
good
said
at
it's
it,
a skill.
even if you're not good at it, though, it's just like, all right, like, that's really not my problem. Like, what goes around comes around. If you don't want to hang out with me, that's fine. I respect that you think that, if you think that you can fuck with the best, go try it at least.
I
And
guess
it's a skill if you can, but if not, like, it's...
I don't respect if you're going out to do it. If it just happens, but like in the same way, I don't respect a guy who's like, I'm going out to get laid tonight. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a fucking loser, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going out, like, I'm gonna go have a good time, and you happen to meet some people who are possible social climb, and they like you and you like them, fucking rip it up.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I'm going out tonight to find someone, then you're a loser.
Yeah.
100% agree.
But with all greatness, there has to be losers. Like, not everyone can make the NBA. So there's got to
Fair
be,
point.
there's got to be those people that try.
But the
They
people
can't
who
make-
try and don't make the NBA, you're like kind of a loser.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
if you're 20 years old and you're still running game in the gym, you're like, I think the Magic are gonna take a shot at me this year.
Yeah.
You're like, they're probably not, dude. You're a loser. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, my Subway take. I would probably go with First Amendment's overrated.
Yeah. Wait, what even is this? Like freedom of press?
Freedom of speech and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
nah,
Oh, wait,
take it-
yeah, obviously freedom of
Take it easy. Like
Yeah.
the like I personally believe the freedom of speech should be treated like a crying baby. Which is like, you're like, we can't hit it, but I wish it'd shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna do anything about it to stop it.
Yeah.
But my life would be fucking greatly improved if it stopped.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I saw something that was like, you can't sell heroin at the farmer's market, which is so true because it's like, we can't be letting heroin into the farmer's market because then that like disrupts the farmer's market. Like if we start letting like, Nazis talk about Nazi stuff, like then we don't have a good farmer's market. Like we just can't be letting heroin in, and I think it's such a good point.
it's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying we should get rid of it. I think it should stay. I just think it's one of those things we should be like, it stays. There's nothing we can do. Not like, thank God everyone can just say whatever they want.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
Mine is the most selfish thing that you can do as a person is offer to cook dinner for someone, and you're not 100% sure you can cook. Because you put that person in a terrible situation where they have to not only finish their whole plate, but they have to tell you it was good. Lie to your face. It's just an incredibly selfish thing to do. If you're not 100% sure that your meal kicks ass, don't offer to cook it for anybody.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm kind of like I'm trying to like, I kind of keep having my sister come over and being like, hey, I'm trying to like cook more. So, and she's like, please don't. And I'm like, I'm sorry. This is the only way I'm going to get better because I can't do this for a boy. That's a good take.
Thanks.
What, you still got nothing?
What?
You still got nothing?
My Subway take?
Yeah.
Social climbing.
Right.
Social climbing's good. Or like I just think also if done right, it is a skill. Technically, it's like you got to know how to talk to the right people, who to talk to. Like you got to have a certain level of charisma. You got to like. I don't hate the game. I think it is shallow for sure, but I don't hate. It's a game, and I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's a game. I just don't like anyone who goes out at night or goes out at all and like has a plan.
Yeah.
But I think if you have a plan, you're a coward. So like I'm gonna go outside my apartment tonight. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let life come to you.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Good.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm done.
See you later.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.